Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Razorbacks will put total leather and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for half. Take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Sategna. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking for space. It's Green. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here's the handoff. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Now from inside the red zone. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Stevens. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? A huge play, and they finally get him out of bounds, and avert complete disaster on the final play of the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Scanning the field, it's Green. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Going up top on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
A first down run on the doorstep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield and making the play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Complete downfield. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab on the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Going to try to get it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Avoids pressure. Moving out of the pocket. Took a shot as he threw. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To throw, it's Milroe. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires into traffic, picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive to...
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Power football with the run. able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to get to it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable. He'll off one deep down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Miller with the ball. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge...
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming, get after the QB, and you cause a fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Blum making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They feed him again. Good, solid tackle. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Going deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Unloads it left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick 6. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You've got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. And the Razorbacks will keep this drive going.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, give on the inside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Slams ahead. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the punishment has been extended. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
This game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT almost put this one away.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He makes a catch. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the...
Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get... Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mustangs will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stops.
We'll take over first and 10.
Offense set on first down. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
And it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Arkansas! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Bailey.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Quarterback extends the play. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter.
Arkansas 7, SMU 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Maryland. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And the Mustangs will hustle with the line. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Still looking on the move. Got room at the 35. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. 4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown! Few places are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. Snags a quick pass on the left.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Using his legs, it's Judkins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of room to the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get...
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive and you're doing a couple positive things and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Back to pass, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
4th down coming up. Number 42 on to kick it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's Sategna. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
Of the first quarter, with the score Arkansas 7, Ohio State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But a really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Now with a chance to get a little breathing room, 2nd and 3 from the 15. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're setting up the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Yeah, and I tell you, but that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fair catch called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Running back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Howard. Ball in the air, intercepted! Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the
lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Howard. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half.
That's the end of the 1st half. With the score, Arkansas 21, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to throw, it's Green. He'll throw it. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the 1st down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Running back searching for a hole. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the stomping has commenced. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick pass to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And they got him for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Got it. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got him and they convert. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Get set. Trying to find his man on first down. Buys a little extra time. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to the air one more time. On the move and looking deep. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And right down the middle. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end, scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their play.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Howard. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, You know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They move the tight end all over. Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to slam it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. And he coughs it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about...
Welcome, everyone, to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where they've been filing in since early this morning, ready to support their sturdy Golden Bears. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Bears will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Pulled down at the 18, and the...
at the 8.
Bringing it out of the end zone was not a good one. First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. May not be the most memorable. But it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Green. Oh, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
On the ground, it's Ott. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter.
After one, you're tied 0-0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal. They'll try to add another to their lead. To the air. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He just set sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
That keeps the score. Cal.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Got his man! That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's now 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. After getting absolutely nowhere on 2nd down, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
4th down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
2nd down coming up.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And he holds it in inside the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to that outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Green. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you've got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Finds his man enough for the first. Off he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll call for the fair catch here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for the big play. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Cal 14, Arkansas 9.
The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half.
Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's King. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Raiders will take over. First and 10.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
29 Philly, 29 Lizzie.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. They'll leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. No huddle offense to the line. Bully ball on third and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
It's incomplete, a 4th down stop, and the turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense.
Get set.
The give to the tailback. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. Using his legs, it's Green. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will give them the lead.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. To the air, it's Green. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's King. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Is headed back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. Quick toss. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 17, Cal 14.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Grab behind the line. It's Hunter. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Snags it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field.
After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Brown. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up.
Lasso! Lasso! Cut it!
Movement here from the tight end. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He will be stopped short. They can't get the 2-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's King. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.